Welcome back to News Around, your trusted window into the most captivating, emotional, and surprising stories from the world of entertainment. If you haven't yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and, for our loyal fans, don't forget to click the join button to support us directly. Today's story is one that's quietly taken over social media, drawing thousands of emotional reactions and endless debates. It's about two beloved figures whose names once echoed together like a love song and who may now find themselves linked again by something as small and as powerful as a single word. This is the story of Yüksel and Barbactas, two stars separated by time and circumstance, but perhaps not by feeling. And it all began with one word, a word that changed everything: baby. Sometimes, life's biggest storms begin with the softest sound. According to multiple insiders, what began as a completely ordinary doctor's appointment for actress Yüksel turned into a moment that would reignite the media's obsession with her private life. Someone present at the clinic, maybe a nurse, maybe an assistant, or maybe just someone passing by, allegedly overheard a casual conversation. The word they claimed to hear was innocent enough, but in this particular context, it was explosive. That word was baby. In most lives, that might have meant nothing: a patient talking about a family member, a medical term, a misunderstanding. But when it comes to the intertwined history of Yüksel and Barbactas, that single word carried emotional weight that no one could ignore. Within hours, whispers began circulating, first among journalists, then fan pages, and finally, across every corner of social media. Posts appeared with captions like, "Did you hear what the doctor said? And could Yağmur be expecting?" Suddenly, the calm lives both actors had been leading for months were pulled back into the chaotic orbit of public curiosity. But as time went on, differences emerged. There were whispers of distance, of exhaustion, of two people who still cared deeply but couldn't find the same rhythm anymore. Eventually, their breakup was confirmed, quietly, respectfully, and without drama. Both said nothing to the press. Both focused on their work. And for months, it seemed like peace had returned. Until now. This new rumor, ignited by that one mysterious word, reopened wounds that many assumed had healed. Sources close to Barbactas describe his reaction as one of visible unease. Upon hearing the rumor, the actor reportedly became distant, introspective, and unusually quiet. A friend told reporters, "He didn't say much, but you could see the storm behind his eyes." It wasn't anger. It was something closer to nostalgia. Colleagues noticed too. On the set of his latest project, Bar seemed distracted between takes, staring into the distance, his usually calm demeanor replaced by quiet tension. One crew member revealed that the production team even adjusted the shooting schedule for a few days, allowing him space to collect himself. This wasn't just a tabloid headline to him. For Bar, it appeared to stir something personal, perhaps memories of late-night talks, unspoken apologies, and unfinished emotions. What's remarkable about this entire situation is that no official statement has been made. Neither Yağmur nor Bar has confirmed or denied anything. And yet, that silence seems to make the speculation even louder. On Twitter, the hashtag #YağmurandBar trended within hours. Fans began reposting old photos, interviews, and clips from their shared projects. Some wrote, "Maybe fate isn't done with them yet." Others were more skeptical, arguing that the rumor was an invasion of privacy. But the truth is, in today's digital age, silence doesn't stop the noise, it amplifies it. Still, the cameras follow. Every public appearance she makes is analyzed frame by frame: the way she smiles, the way she moves her hands, the tone of her laughter. Did she rest her hand on her stomach? Did she avoid eye contact when someone mentioned family? For the tabloids, Even a blink can become a clue. Entertainment shows dissect her interviews, commentators speculate endlessly, and social media becomes a theater of conjecture. But through it all, Yağmur remains silent, her silence itself becoming a message. Several insiders claim that Bar may have tried to reach out privately, not to accuse, not to confront, but simply to reconnect. Allegedly, he sent a short message, "I hope you're okay." Whether she replied remains unknown. But that single gesture, that one line, speaks volumes. Sometimes, the things we can't say publicly still find their way into the spaces between people. Barış's friends say he's been thinking deeply about what the word baby could mean, not only in the literal sense, but symbolically. Maybe it represents the tenderness that once existed, or perhaps it's just a coincidence. Yet, for a man known for his emotional restraint, the rumor seems to have reawakened something fragile and human within him. What makes this story so powerful isn't just the possibility of rekindled romance, it's what it reveals about our collective fascination with the private lives of public figures. Media analysts have pointed out that this moment reflects a deeper truth about the age we live in. A single misunderstood word can dominate national conversation, while the truth itself remains uncertain. As one critic noted, people don't follow stories anymore, they build them. They fill in the silence with their own desires. And perhaps that's what has happened here. In the absence of confirmation, imagination takes over. Fans project their hopes, their nostalgia, their longing for closure. The result is a living narrative that exists somewhere between fact and feeling. Both Yağmur and Bar continue to attend their professional engagements. They pose for photos, they greet their fans, they smile for cameras, and yet, something feels different. Even the way they carry themselves has become symbolic. For fans, every look, every step, every expression seems loaded with hidden meaning. It's the kind of line that sounds like it belongs in a film, and yet, in this case, it may very well reflect real life. What's remarkable about this story isn't just its gossip value, it's the emotional undercurrent. Beneath the hashtags and the headlines, there's something raw and deeply human. Two people once in love, now walking separate paths, suddenly thrust back into connection through rumor and memory. Maybe it's not even about truth. Maybe it's about the unresolved feelings that every human being carries, the what ifs, the maybe ones, the echoes that never fully fade. And maybe that's why so many people have connected to this story. Because behind the flashbulbs and gossip blogs, we see ourselves, our own unfinished stories, our own whispers of the past that still find ways to return. So, what do you think, dear viewers? Could this be a misunderstanding blown out of proportion, or a sign that destiny is quietly working behind the scenes? Do you believe in coincidences, or do you think some connections are simply too strong to fade? Let us know in the comments below. And while you're here, don't forget to subscribe to News Around, hit that like button, and share your thoughts. Your perspective might even appear in our next video. We'll continue following this story carefully and respectfully, bringing you verified updates the moment they emerge. Until then, remember, behind every celebrity rumor lies a real story, a real heart, and a real reminder that even the most ordinary word can change everything. Because sometimes, it only takes one word to remember, to wonder, or perhaps, to begin again.